Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So here we are seeing in the assembly of all the devatas, a great sacrifice is supposed to begin. The universal heads, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, are seated, and then in that assembly, Daksha arrives. When Daksha enters the assembly hall, from his bodily effulgence, he was so effulgent that all the effulgence or glory of other devatas who were seated there, the other devatas including Agni and other fire gods, they were all diminished. And when he entered, all these other devatas, they all stood up in respect, to show respect to Daksha, except for two personalities. Who were they? Brahma and Lord Shiva. So as he entered, after he entered, Lord Brahma, being the president of that assembly, he welcomed Daksha and offered a seat to him. But Lord Shiva, who was seated beside Lord Brahma, he just sat silently. Now, after observing this silence of Lord Shiva, he did not stand up to receive Daksha. He did not greet him with kind words. So these are identified by Daksha, and we'll be seeing how he reacts. So we see here, Esha me shishyatam prapto yan me duhituragrahit. This Lord Shiva has accepted my subordinate position as my son-in-law by accepting my daughter Sati as his wife. So Daksha is indicating here that yes, shishyatam prapto. Shishya means subordinate or disciple. So Lord Shiva, by accepting Daksha's daughter, he has accepted Daksha's subordinate position. So this is the understanding of Daksha. In case, just if we think, if it was a family affair, some marriage ceremony going on in their house, Shri Krishna Balarama ki jai, then all these things comes into picture that yes, the father-in-law is supposed to be offered respect by the son-in-law as he is subordinate to him. But here, the situation is not that. It is a great assembly of all the devatas, great demigods, everyone are seated. It's not a family affair. And we find how, earlier also we have discussed this, Lord Shiva, he's like Lord Shiva and Brahma, they are known as Chiralokapalas. From the beginning of the creation till the end, they are there, who are involved in creation, maintenance, destruction of this entire material world. Compared to them, all the other devatas, their tenure is limited. their controlling capacities are limited. So we'll see this. And one more point here Daksha makes is that Lord Shiva pretended to be like an honest man. This means that Daksha has concluded that Lord Shiva is dishonest. See, just because Lord Shiva has accepted Daksha's daughter, and then now in this context he has not shown respect due for a father-in-law, just because of this Daksha is coming to the conclusion that he is sadhuvat. He is acting like a sadhu. He is acting like a sadhu means what? It indicates that actually he is not a sadhu. So this is the conclusion of Daksha. Actually Lord Shiva is not a sadhu. He is not a saintly person, but he is acting like that. And he has taken the hand of my daughter. And one more point he is making. Panim vipragni mukataha savitrya iva sadhuvat. My daughter Sati, she is like the goddess Gayatri. Such a wonderful girl I have offered to him. That means what? Of course, Mother Sati, her glory is so exalted even beyond Daksha's imagination, because Mother Sati is so dedicated to Lord Shiva, who is a great Vaishnava. Such a great quality she has. But this is not the consideration of Daksha. What is Daksha thinking? Just like she is my daughter, greater than goddess Gayatri. Just like maybe if some person says, India is great because I am born here. Forget whatever the glory or the spiritual heritage, tradition, everything of the country. Because I am born here. That's why this country is great. So likewise, in that sense, Daksha does not know the actual glory of Mother Sati. That she is so dedicated to a Vaishnava like Shiva. But he has some other considerations and glorifying Sati, and he is telling, such a nice daughter I have given to such a person who is a sadhu, who is not saintly, or he is just pretending to be honest person, but actually he is dishonest. So these are the conclusions made by Daksha. In the next verse we see this verse, the way Daksha is speaking, very, very harsh. What are the words Daksha is using here? Grihitva mrigashava akshaha. This person, Lord Shiva, has accepted my daughter in hand, and this daughter of mine, she is so beautiful. Her eyes are like that of a deer cub, a cub of a deer. Very beautiful eyes she has got. And this Lord Shiva, Panim Markatalochanaha. Markata means monkey. He is telling he has eyes like a monkey's. It's a direct attack on Lord Shiva. His eyes are like that of monkeys, but he has accepted the hand of my daughter, whose eyes are like that of a deer cub. Then after that, Pratyuthana Abhivada Arhe. I am a person who is so exalted, who is due to be respected, to be honored by getting up from his seat or by kind words, vachapi akritanochitam. At least by kind words, he should have greeted me, he should have stood up from his seat, but he did not do it. So this is the accusation of Daksha. And he is accusing Lord Shiva to have eyes of that of monkey. And then, lupta kriyaya ashuchaye. This Lord Shiva, lupta kriyaya, he doesn't follow any Vedic regulation. Because Daksha, he is considering from the viewpoint of whatever, like Lord Shiva, he doesn't take bath, smears ashes on his body, wears a garland of skulls and bones, resides in a crematorium, and all his associates are very lowly bhutas and pretas and such category. So he is telling he is not following Vedic regulation, he is ashuchi, unclean in his habits, and manine bhinna sevate, he is very proud. Anichan api adam balam shudrasya eva ushatim giram. Just like in the earlier times, the Shudras, they were not allowed to read the Vedic literatures because they are unclean in their habits. So Srila Prabhupada is making this clear in the purport. It's not that Shudra by birth or whatever, not in that sense. The comparison given here is, say, a law student. It is like the restriction that a law student should not enter a law college unless he has been graduated from all lower grades. Until unless he is graduated from whatever lower grades, he will not be allowed into a law college. So similarly, Shudras, until and unless they come to a standard of internal, external purity standards as per the Vedic regulations, they are not supposed to be given the authority to read the Vedic literatures. So in this sense, this comparison Daksha is giving, likewise, just like a Shudra is not supposed to be given the authority to read the Vedic literatures, likewise, this Lord Shiva, he is actually not eligible to accept my daughter's hand, but still he has accepted it. So this is the comparison given by Daksha. So we see here, let us consider a few points here. Now, when Daksha says that Lord Shiva, like Markata Lochana, he has eyes like that of monkeys, it's a very serious transgression what Daksha has made. Let us consider a few points related to this. Just think. Say a person, actually his eyes are like that of monkeys. Still, can like say a gentle person speak like this directly? That your eyes are like monkeys. That means what? The person who is saying this, he is not a saintly person or a gentle person. And then, where is he telling this? Is it in a secluded place, individually? No. In public. What public? All crores of devatas. It's a big assembly of all universal administrators. So there Daksha is making this comment. And then, as it was told earlier, like how Lord Shiva and Brahma, they're all Chiraloka Palas. From the time of creation till annihilation, they are there. But all the other devatas, their tenure is limited to, say, one Manvantara. In a day of Brahma, whatever 14 Manus are there. And this duration, whatever, just like one After election, some set of people, one party wins the election and different ministries they acquire. Next election, their tenure is over, another set of persons may come and occupy those posts. Likewise, it may be the Prajapati Daksha or other devatas. They're all their whatever limited tenure they have, but not considering this subordinate position of Daksha in this context. He is thinking, oh, I am his father-in-law and he is my son-in-law, he is subordinate to me, he should have given me respect. So it's a wrong consideration by Daksha. And then, so here we see this is a symptom of one who is too puffed up and too proud. What he does, he starts offending great personalities. Being too puffed up, proud of his position, and everyone giving respect and honor to him, now he has become too puffed up that he has gone to the extent of offending Lord Shiva directly, not considering the consequences. So here, let us recollect the instruction given by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita regarding how our speech should be. Austerity of speech. Before speaking, we need to consider 4 important points which Lord Krishna says to Arjuna. They are, the verse goes like this: Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyate. So, austerity of speech consists in Anudvegakaram vakyam. The first is, it should be non-agitating. We should be considerate. We should think before speaking. Will this, words of mine unnecessarily agitate another person? If it is a duty, just like a teacher has to instruct her student, when she would have done some mistake, if the teacher scolds her, she may feel offended, it may agitate her. Still, as a matter of duty, she may have to do. But the same teacher cannot scold a student who is not her disciple, someone else. She cannot do that. So likewise, we should consider, is my speech, will it result in agitating another person's mind? If it is so, then it's better not to speak. So this is the first thing, Anudvega Karam Vakyam. Second one, Satyam. It should be truthful. It should be truthful. Not to speak lies. So we speak means we should see to it that yes, we stand by the truth. Third one, it should be Priya. Priya means it should be pleasing. Sometimes truth will be very harsh. So there should be an attempt to speak the truth pleasingly. Pleasing to the other person. And then hitam. Hitam means it should be beneficial for the person whom we are speaking, for us or for our organization or whatever. In that consideration should be there. Is it beneficial or simply something I am speaking? So if it is beneficial, so all these 4 points we should consider. Is it non-agitating? Is it truthful? Is it pleasing? And is it beneficial? Now, let us check these things with what Daksha spoke. We see how Daksha has broken all these 4 points. The first one is Anudvega Karam Vakyam. Our speech should be non-agitating. When you tell a person your eyes are like monkey's eyes, how much agitating it will be. And in front of the great assembly of all the devatas, this remark is made. So it is so much wrong. What a great mistake Daksha has done. And second one is truthful. See, when Daksha says Lord Shiva is, what is that? Asadhu. He has sadhuvad, is just acting like a sadhu, but actually is not a sadhu. He is acting like an honest person, but actually is not an honest person. But this is not truth. Just because Lord Shiva did not give respect to Daksha, it doesn't say that he is dishonest or whatever. But Daksha has come to this conclusion that he is dishonest. So this is not true. So that is not being considered by Daksha. And then Priya, our speech should be pleasing. So here we see Daksha's speech is not at all pleasing. The way he is speaking, he is ashuchi, unclean, not following regulative principles, whatever, Vedic regulations. Eyes are like this and whatever, not at all in a pleasing way. And hitam, is it beneficial? Not at all. Lord Shiva is the most auspicious personality, but Daksha is calling him the most inauspicious person. And we see how it is not at all beneficial. As a result of this speech, later, what all complications it led to. For Daksha, even it created disturbance to Lord Shiva in the sense that he had to, whatever, Mother Sati, like she just, set herself ablaze, and all Shiva's followers, Nandi, they cursed the others, sages present there, and to such a catastrophe this incident led to. So here we see that Daksha has broken all the 4 things of a saintly person's speech. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat. So we see here it was a direct attack on a person, on a saintly person like Lord Shiva. And here we see it was instantaneous, without deliberation. If at all we want to speak or comment on some person, we have to think twice, take some time, deliberate, and then we may pass a comment. But Daksha did not do this. Instantaneously, he entered the hall. Before even sitting on his seat, Daksha started criticizing Lord Shiva because of his behavior. It was instantaneous and it was done in public. At least in individual dealings with a person, sometimes out of friendliness or informal dealings, we may pass some comments and all those things. At least it is okay. But at least when we speak in public, we should be doubly careful, which Daksha has not done. And then it was without consultation, though superior persons were present. So here, Brahma is there, at least whom Daksha is considering. Daksha considers Lord Brahma as his superior. So even in the presence of Brahma, what is Daksha doing? Daksha is putting Lord Brahma into a very uncomfortable situation by offending Lord Shiva. Because Lord Shiva is even superior to Brahma. See, we speak of, like, say, Vishnu Tattva, there is Jiva Tattva, and in between that is Shambhu Tattva. Lord Brahma comes under the category of Jiva Tattva. Shiva, in that sense, is superior even to Lord Brahma. So, in such a situation, at least Daksha, considering Brahma as superior, without consulting him or whatever, he has taken this judgment and started passing such derogatory comments against Lord Shiva. So, this is the way, like how, to what extent Daksha has gone ahead committing an offense against a great Vaishnava such as Lord Shiva. So here, further also we'll be seeing, continuing, what all Daksha, it doesn't end here. Daksha's comments continue in later verses we'll be seeing. So here, as devotees, one very important consideration or learning lesson we should learn here is that, okay, of course, from Daksha we learn the lesson how we should not speak, correct? The way Daksha offended in front of all people, the Devatas, the words what he has used to such a great saintly person like Lord Shiva, this should never be done. More than all these things, most important lesson as devotees we should learn is that from Lord Shiva. In spite of being called that you have an eyes like that of monkey, you are very unclean, you don't follow any rules, you are most inauspicious, still Lord Shiva is highly tolerant. He doesn't retaliate, he doesn't react in any non-befitting way, and with a cool head he deals with this situation. So this is the teaching of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadaharihi. Even though others may not offer respect to us, still we should take the humble position, be tolerant and ready to offer all respects to others, even for persons who has not given us or shown us respect. So we'll conclude with this. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.